part 2. Been re-recorded a couple times because I'm having some issues with lighting and microphone, etc. So here we are. Identity theft. This is the meat of the story because this is where things get complicated for me. As I was explaining, my stuff was stolen. Now, this person used my social security card, which was in my car because I had just started a new job, not because I carry that, and my license. I used that. She stole other things, but she used that to represent herself as me and go rent stuff at one of those places that rent you things, and they send it to her house and the items, and she didn't pay for them when the cops went because the company put a warrant. um they said I didn't live there, right? So there was a warrant in my name from that other town. I get stopped one day from going from one lane to the other. I didn't put the lights. They stopped me. They checked my ID. They're like, you have a warrant in another town. It was, I wasn't treated well. I kept trying to explain, maybe it has to do with this because, I'm putting two and two together. The items stolen, the town, I don't really go drive to that town. It was early in my life, early in my career. I didn't go there. So, and I've never lived there, definitely. But I ended up in the other town. The cops came to get me. They took me over there. I had to pay a bill, money. At least over there was a cop. She was very nice. She treated me well. I believe she believed me at the time. I was everything I was trying to explain to her and how I was feeling. I come back the next day, tried to file a report because I tried to file it with my town, but they say no. Now the case is theirs because of what happened when they used your stuff. So I go to the other town and I explain everything. I call a week later. They're like, there's nothing on file for you. I'm like, what? Excuse me? I came. So anyways, I drive there to this other town. And I said, I am not leaving. I need to talk to a detective in charge. All this stuff happened to me, etc., etc. I had to pay bill money. I had to go to the court. They dropped the case. The manager said that wasn't me. All this other stuff that. So the detective in charge said they were going to take care of it. And I said, I'm not leaving until you guys go there. If the person is still living there in that same address, the day they received those goods in their house, that's the same person who stole my identity. I'm not leaving. And if you don't want to go do that now, then I'm just going to go and bring the person here so we could fix this. Because at this time, I was out of money, out of days of work. I controlled this stuff. I ended up in jail for a night. It was just too much for me. So, they said, don't worry, we'll do that. They went, they sent people. The person admitted she found my stuff and she used it. Found it, right? She stole it. Anyways, I said, okay, so what's gonna happen now? Like, you guys didn't bring her, right? Like, and they're like, no, we have to change like her case to your case to her case to her name now, etc. Paperwork, right? So a week later, I call back and I find out what is happening. Nothing. Still the paperwork being processed. I'm like, wow. So at this point, I just gave up. I'm like, at least they have a name. I'm just gonna let it be, whatever. So I check months later, and they never put anything for stealing my identity. That was never done because again, that happened in my town, not this town. The only case this person received was for taking the items that weren't supposed to be hers and not paying them. That's it. Nothing on my identity theft. At that point, I was just frustrated. And from the court records, it looks like she got out. Like she didn't even do time, probation or something. I can't remember what it was. The person had several cases on her record from what I could see. It was a lot. So what I'm trying to say here is file your police reports. Make sure you keep up always copies of them. Like go and get them when they tell you whatever days it takes to process, then go back and get your copy, keep it. Advise your banks, advise the credit card companies, anyone involved that you need to know. Make sure to do your paperwork and follow your trail and keep copies of everything. Now let's go on to parts 3 and 4, where I talk about, what can you do to manage if it happens, and other ways that the identity could get stolen.